Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.
President Donald Trump is finally in full-scale cleanup mode after his summit debacle with Russian President Vladimir Putin, but the credibility of his new critique of Russian election interference is being undermined by his unrepentant and conflicting statements since he got home from Helsinki. Under intense political pressure, the president went further in laying the blame on the Russian leader for the cyber-espionage assault on the 2016 election than he had before in an interview with CBS Evening News on Wednesday. But his continued refusal to come down hard on Putin personally suggests that the raging political storm is likely to intensify after he accepted the Russian leader's version of events over the assessments of his own intelligence services in a news conference seen around the world. Trump was asked by Jeff of CBS News if he held the Russian president responsible. He replied, "I would, because he's in charge of the country. Just like I consider myself to be responsible for things that happen in this country." But he would go no further than that rather indirect indictment of the Russian leader when Glor asked whether Putin was telling the truth when he made what the president described as extremely strong and powerful denials of involvement. "I don't want to get into whether or not he's lying. I can only say that I do have confidence in our intelligence agencies as currently constituted," Trump told Glor. So yet again, in an interview in which he lashed President Barack Obama, past leaders of the intelligence community and the media for peddling fake news, Trump declined to uncork unequivocal criticism of Putin. His reticence fit a pattern in which he has long been solicitous of Putin and has balked at criticizing him. His hesitation will only add to growing questions, that were once whispered in Washington but now are being openly discussed, about whether the Russian government really does have compromising information on Trump. "I let him know we can't have this. We're not going to have it. And that's the way it's going to be," Trump said, referring to future election interference. On that point, America will have to take Trump's word for it, since he declined to deliver even that message in public to Putin during their news conference, in which he instead threw U.S. intelligence agencies under the bus. Trump's interview came on another day of head-spinning reversals, ambiguous statements and ham-fisted cleanup efforts by the White House that only fueled the mystery of what had gone on in his closed-door, one-on-one meeting with Putin in the Finnish capital on Monday. In many ways, though he has been home 2 days, Trump's presidency is still stuck in Helsinki, and the more the White House tries to get out of the mess, the deeper in it gets. The president plunged into new controversy on Wednesday when he was asked by a reporter if he believed that Russia was already messing with the 2018 midterm elections, after Director of National Intelligence Stan Coates said last week that the warning lights are blinking red again. Once again, the president set off a media frenzy after apparently dealing a humiliating repudiation to Coates, and after preferring the word of Putin to the nation's top spy during his news conference in Helsinki. But White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders appeared several hours later with the latest in a series of increasingly inventive, yet hard-to-believe, rationalizations for Trump's comments. It was almost possible that in the hubbub of a press availability Trump had done just that, yet his decision to go on answering questions appeared to undercut Sanders' explanation. And videotape of the moment when Trump got the question appeared to show he was indeed intending to answer it. Month after month of obfuscation and the creation of alternative realities by the White House mean the administration has squandered the benefit of the doubt. The best-case scenario that can be drawn from the last few days is that Trump is having trouble expressing what he really thinks. The worst case is that he is revealing his sincere beliefs, but his White House is trying to reframe them for political reasons. Either scenario is troublesome, since rhetorical precision can be crucial for presidents in a time of crisis, when words really matter. Wednesday's cleanup effort was also viewed with more skepticism because of Trump's equally difficult-to-believe backpedaling a day before, when he insisted he had misspoken when he said before Putin that he didn't see any reason why it would be Russia that hacked the U.S. election. Trump argued he had meant to say wouldn't instead of would, a version of events that sparked derision on social media and skepticism in Washington. In the same media appearance, Trump read from a scripted statement pieced together after crisis meetings among his staff about the backlash over the president's news conference in Finland. At one point, H.